So in the star topology, if you observe, there will be one central coordinator. There will be one node. We call it as a central coordinator. We call this node as hub or switch. To be frank, hub is an outdated device. We are not using using the hub in the regular network. So let me use the term as switch. So network switch. Whatever you see in our lab is a network switch in that particular networking box. So there will be a network switch. So this is the network switch. So I hope you have observed this kind of switch in the lab. ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಈ ತರ in our labs at one corner in the networking box? Have you observed a switch like this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we call this as networking switch. So this device, it acts like a central coordinator or a central controller. So in the star topology, every device will have a dedicated point-to-point link to a central coordinator. Only with the central coordinator. Observe, this device has one point-to-point link to the central coordinator. This device has one point-to-point link to the central coordinator, like this. So I am not in college, I am in home. So if I was in college, I could have shown this to you. Anyway, we'll see in the coming classes. So these devices are connected to a central coordinator. There exists a point-to-point link from one device to from every device to a central coordinator. We call this as star topology. So what is the advantage here? Can you guess the advantage comparing to the mesh topology? What was the limitation or disadvantage of mesh topology? What was the limitation of mesh previous topology? What was the limitation?
More number of cables and ports were required, sir.
Yeah, but here, even if there are 100 computers in the network, we need only one cable that is connected to a central coordinator. That's all. So here main advantage is it is less expensive than compared to mesh topology, and number of links and the number of ports required is very limited here. Only one link and one port is required, even if there are hundreds of computers in the network. So in star topology, only one link and one IO port is required to connect it to any number of other devices. If one link fails, like this, suppose if this link is failed, then it won't affect the entire topology. Only this connection will be lost. So that is the advantage. And fault isolation and identification is also easy. So if this link is failed, it is easy to identify because packets are not going in this way. So the fault is at this position only. I can identify and rectify it. So that is the advantage. But can you guess what will be the disadvantage here? Can anybody guess the disadvantage of this topology? Can you guess the disadvantage?
Slow network, sir.
Slow
network.
Okay.
Sir, if controller has problem means all will affect, sir.
Exactly. So actually it's not a slow network. So because I will tell you, 99% of the entire 99% of the local networks in the entire world is using this star topology only. So even in our college, we are using the star topology everywhere, even in the office, everywhere the people are using the star topology only. So it's not a slow one, because the switch can handle the traffic effectively. Switches can handle the traffic effectively. So because of the switch or the number of cables, we can't reduce the it won't affect the load. But here main disadvantage is if the switch or a central coordinator goes down, then the entire, suppose ಈಗ num lab you take in our lab, if one cable is lost, it won't affect the entire network. But if that entire switch is lost, if there is a problem in the switch itself, then that entire lab won't get the internet connectivity or a network connectivity. So if the switch goes down, the whole system is dead. That is the main disadvantage or the single disadvantage of the star topology. So if when you go to the college, please observe, from every computer, one cable will go like this. From every computer, one cable will be there, and that cable is connected to a switch. You observe ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, if you go to any lab, 130, 128, anything, if 30 computers are there will be 30 cables connected to this networking switch. When you go to the lab next time in the college, please observe this. Or when I go to the college, I will turn on the camera and show it to you. I'm not going to college for another 10 to 15 days. So when I go to the college, I will definitely turn on the college and show it to you. Next one is bus topology. So any doubt in the star topology? Any questions before going to the next one?
No, sir.
So always one cable and one port here. The next one is bus topology, earlier which was very popular, but once the star topology was introduced, this topology became outdated one. So in the bus topology, can you tell me which kind of connection it is? Point to point or multi-point? By looking into this diagram.
Multi-point, sir.
Many
Multi-point,
devices,
sir.
yeah, many devices are sharing the same cable. So I can call it as multi-point connection. So I can call it as multi-point connection. A single cable will be there, and all these devices are connected to a single cable. We call this as a backbone cable. This main cable is called as a backbone cable. From every device there exists a separate small cable which is connected to this backbone cable, and there will be something called drop line here, and we can call it as tap. What is the duty of water tap? You can turn on or turn off the flow of water, right? Water tap. Have you observed? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತ್ತಲ್ಲ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಪ್, you can switch between the flow of you can allow water to flow, or you can avoid water to flow by using the water tap. The same way here in this particular network there will be tap between the backbone and the computer, between every backbone and the computer. What it will do, it will allow the data to flow into this backbone, or it will block the data to flow into this particular backbone. ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಡೇಟಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. If not required, this tap will be closed and it will block the data flow. This is bus topology. So in the bus topology, so all devices in the network are connected through a single link which acts like a backbone, and we call this as multi-point connection. Now, suppose, let us consider one simple example here. So let me call this as A, and this is B, and this is C. When A wants to send the data to C, when A wants to send the data to C, so A will send the data, this tap will be opened, data will enter into a backbone cable, then it will come here, sorry, it will come here. Now this tap will check the destination address. Destination address is C. This data should be delivered to C. What this tap will do, it won't send the data in this way. It will not send the data in this way. It will allow data to move in this cable. Again, data will come here. Now tap will check to whom this data is for. So it is for C. So it open that link and data will flow in this direction. This is how communication takes place in the bus topology. This is how communication takes place. What are all the advantages? Ease of installation. Only one cable, one backbone cable is required. Less cable compared to mesh and star topologies. The main disadvantage here is if problem, it is very difficult to identify where the problem is occurring in the network. If this path is here, suppose if the data is not moving, I don't know whether the problem is here or problem is here, whether the problem with the tap, I don't know. So it becomes difficult. We can identify, but it's not that much easy compared to star topology and the mesh topology. That is one of the difficult. And also if it is very difficult to add new devices or maintenance. Okay, new device, it is difficult to add new devices. And very important difficulty or the limitation here is, let us take one example. Say I am speaking now. Say we are in the classroom. Let us assume we are in the offline classroom. I am speaking. All the students in the classroom can hear my voice, but whether my voice is audible to our staff room from the classroom or to the HOD chamber, whether my voice will be audible till the HOD chamber. No, right? Because it has some capacity. When the voice moves to a longer distance, the signal get degraded and it loses its strength. And even if I shout also, it can my voice can reach up to a certain distance. After that, definitely it can't. Will you all agree? There will be some limitation for transmission of voice, right? ನೀವೆಷ್ಟೇ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಕಿರ್ಚಿದ್ರು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. After that it can't go. So there will be some devices like amplifiers and all, which can boost the signal strength. Again, it can take your voice to the next level, but there will be some limitation. The same way, if this cable is too long, then suppose if A sends the data, it can go up to here, and if it is too long, at one point of time the signal start degrading. There should be some amplifiers for increasing the signal strength. That is the limitation of this particular bus topology. And also, if this main cable is damaged, then the entire network becomes dead. So that is bus topology. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Others? Are you all here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So give me just another 5 minutes. I will complete this ring topology. Then we can conclude. So in the ring topology, so it will be something like this. So there exists a point-to-point link between the neighbors. So for this device, these two are the neighbors. For this device, these two are the neighbors. So there exists a point-to-point link between only these two neighbors. For this device, he is the neighbor and he is the neighbor. There exists a point-to-point link between these two devices. Like that. Again, point-to-point link, point-to-point link, point-to-point link. This is the ring topology. So here, say suppose this device wants to send a data. Say A wants to send a data to, let me call A, B, C, D, E, F. A wants to send a data to E. Always data will move in one direction only, either in this cyclic direction or acyclic direction. Data can be transmitted only in one direction in case of ring topology. So A should send a data to B, then B should send it to C, C should send it to D, and D should send it to E. So here there exists a repeater and the tap similar to bus topology. But here we will not call it as tap, we call it as a repeater. So what, see, when A send the data will come to this location, it will send the data to B. Now B will check its address. This data is to be delivered to E. So I am not responsible for it. So I will not open this link. What I will do, I need to forward it to C. So it will think like that. While forwarding, what it will do, it will boost the signal strength. So it uses something called as amplifiers or the repeater. So it will boost the signal strength of the data. So it will, again, signal strength will be increased. Now original data will be transmitted to the next node. So the limitation of bus topology is addressed here. So even if it is for a longer distance, we can deliver the data by using the repeaters. So the signal strength is boosted and it will be delivered to C. Now C will forward it to D. Again, it will boost and it will deliver it to this particular repeater. As the destination address is E, just open the tap and data will enter into E. This is how the data communication occurs in the ring topology. Advantage, again, easy to install. As there exists only the dedicated link between its neighbor, I can remove or add new devices easily. Fault isolation is also simple. Where the fault is occurring, I can easily identify. And main disadvantage is unidirectional traffic. Always data can be moved in one direction. And if a ring breaks, then it will affect the entire network. This is the disadvantage. The last topology is called as hybrid topology, which is the combination of basic topology. It can be combination of star and ring topology, star and bus topology, star and mesh topology, or any kind of topology. Combination of 2 to 3 topology is called as hybrid